Yeah.
Can you say it normally? Ah!
Oh, yeah. Bro, I don't want to play anymore. I'm not playing. Let me remove my pants quickly. Hello and welcome back to the Made of Me show.
Again?
Hello. Shut up. Hello and welcome back to the Made of Me show. Hello and welcome back to the Made of Me. Hello and welcome back to the Made of Me show. I'm Abhishek Gaur and hello and welcome back to the Made of Me show. Abhishek Gaur. Hello and welcome back to the Made of Me show. I'm Abhishek Gaur and
I'm Anushka Mechandani.
as you can see, we are ultra relaxed today. But yeah, what are we getting up to today? What are we doing?
So in today's episode, we have three wonderful segments. We have All About Us, where I ask Abhi a couple of questions and he has to answer them, where he tells us a bit about himself and then I will answer those same questions. And then we have Game Time, where we're playing a crowd favorite, the Headphones Challenge. And then we have our usual Let's Talk About It, and we have a very interesting topic today that I will keep till the end because Mr. God does not know about it. So we will get his live, real reaction.
So let's get into our first segment, All About You. No, sorry, All About Us.
So for All About Us, I have three questions. And I also have a small little segment after that, a mini segment, a sub segment, if you may, within a segment. Okay, let's get into it. First question. So, name 5 things on your bucket list and one of which you hope to achieve the most.
I think I'm going to say skydiving first.
Okay.
I definitely want to jump out of a plane with a parachute. Second, I would say scuba diving because I love swimming, I love the water, and I want to do scuba diving.
Okay.
Third would be, I guess, meet Virat Kohli.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big
Yeah,
one.
meet Virat Kohli. I would say meet MS Dhoni, but already met, so I can take that off checklist.
Picture here.
Yeah, picture here at dinner at Robin Uthappa's house. It's friend of the show. He's been on the show. Cue his episode right here. Fifth one, I guess, to own houses in multiple countries.
That's a pretty good one.
But prior, thing I really want to do, I would say scuba diving.
More than meet Virat Kohli.
Yeah, I feel like scuba diving.
Have you done scuba diving before?
No, I've been very close to doing it, and then my parents got scared, and then they didn't do, so I didn't do. And I was like 14 that time, so they were like, "If you're not going, you're not going." I'm like, "You both don't know how to swim, and I do." Like, what does it make sense? What does age have to do with it right now? You both don't know how to swim. But yeah,
That's
anyway,
fair.
your 5?
Okay. My 5 is
Meet Hrithik Roshan.
meet Hrithik Roshan, but that's a bucket list item, but that I know will be true. It will happen. So I'm not gonna hope to achieve it because it's going to happen. It's
Perform
written.
with Steven Sanchez.
Sab kuch likha hua hai. It's written that I will meet him. Not only meet him, but he will be on the show. That is my manifestation. Yeah, but that's on my bucket list, to be fair. That is on my bucket list. I've already met Stephen Sanchez, so that...
I was going to say perform with him.
Perform with him? No, I
Yeah.
can't sing.
You'll play ukulele.
No. I want to open a bakery. That's on my bucket list. That's something I've always wanted to do. I also want to take a solo trip once in my life, whether it's like a week or a month or whatever. I just want to take a solo trip and see how that feels, because I feel like as a person,
Unlike you as a
unlike
non-person. Yeah,
I just knew something was coming. That's why I was trying to say it before. Yeah, personally, for me,
Personally.
I feel like my entire life I've never really spent a significant time alone. Like even when I've come here to this new country, I've come like with my childhood best friend. So I wasn't really alone.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I moved in with my other best friend, and I've just never really been alone. Even when I've been growing up, like my parents, they've max to max been away from me for 2 or 3 nights. And I had my sister. So literally, I've just never been alone. It's kind of shocking actually. Anyway, so that's on my bucket list, taking a solo trip, whether that's for a week or for a month. And another thing is to master a skill that I currently have not mastered. Whether that is, I don't
A
know.
long list?
I have a long bucket list. Yeah.
No, as in skills that you've not mastered.
Oh.
We'll go with
Whatever.
drums. Playing drums.
Yeah, playing drums is definitely one of them.
Learning
Even
Spanish.
Learning a new language, yeah, learning Spanish. So like really mastering it, like spending a couple of years doing it consistently. I don't know how many items that was on the bucket list, but yeah. And the fifth one, I just said I don't know how many is nice.
Yeah,
The fifth one.
nice.
The fifth one is to get proposed to at the Eiffel Tower.
It's such a cringe place to get proposed to.
Whatever.
Because it's going to be so crowded. It's going to be not intimate. It's not going to be personal. It's not going to be something
Okay,
like
not
a grand.
like not India. Like it can be outside also, somewhere in front, like near the in Paris, near the Eiffel Tower. Let's make it that. But that's on you, my boy. That's for you to
Yeah.
do. Also, you're calling me cringe, but you're literally dating me. So does that make you equally as cringe?
Am I though?
Does that? Doesn't that?
Next question.
Next question. Okay. How do you want people to remember you the most?
I think in terms of generous and gracious.
Okay.
So that just generous and gracious. But generous more.
Okay.
You?
I want people to remember me as happy and kind. Yeah, just like the light in every room. The sweetest person alive. Yeah, but
I mean, people do
realistically,
think of you like that now also.
yeah, I feel like realistically, everybody's just gonna remember me as the weird one. TBH. JK. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe my
think so.
parents.
No. I don't think so. But yeah, continue.
Okay.
Next question.
You read the questions or what? Do you have the answers ready? I have to like think. Okay. If you had to give an hour-long presentation on a topic, what would you choose?
Bro, I have thousands. I can give on cricket. I
Yeah.
can give on downfall
Yeah,
of
but like-
Indian cricket due to IPL's mass growth of money and politics.
Okay.
I can give
Yeah.
on nutrition. I
That's
can give on
true.
fitness. I can give on myths of nutrition, myths of fitness.
Myths?
Myths like brown rice is better than white rice. That's such a myth.
Oh, myth. Okay.
Yeah. Myths. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Or brown bread is better than
Yeah.
white bread,
But
or
what is the
diet coke
topic
causes
that-
cancer. These things, these are myths.
Yeah. Well, what's the topic that you're the most passionate about?
All of them. People
Okay.
driving wrong. What not to say to girls. Nah, I can just give personal lines. Yeah, how to train two cats to become friends.
Okay.
Just cat advice for beginners. Like I can give so many 1 hour. 1 hour is too less. What you're saying? Only 5 to 6 hours.
I feel like everybody who's close to you knows you're a yapper. And you
Yeah,
can just
and they
yap.
already know these things
Yeah.
as well.
Because you've been formed.
Yeah. Or music theory, like just
Yeah.
scales and different, how it's like different in India, how it's different in like
Yeah.
Western music, how the whole things change. Like I don't want to get into technical language because then I won't stop. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
control myself.
Okay.
But just the whole aspect of the whole everything.
Yeah. Okay. Love it.
What about you?
I would give a 1
Coffee.
hour. No.
Oh.
Can I just answer my own question?
Sure.
I would give a 1 hour long presentation.
Pooping. Were you going to say that?
No!
Oh, okay.
I would give a 1 hour long presentation on being an elder daughter in a brown household.
So that was our this major segment. What's the mini segment in this segment, please? I cannot hear about this.
I feel like we need to, the audience, the most supportive audience I've had for the longest amount of time without a choice is Mr. Gaur on that topic.
I can also give a 1 hour presentation on Anushka
Oh, yeah.
and how to deal
Yeah.
with Anushka and how to talk to Anushka and how to decode what she means compared to what she says.
I feel like I would have to give a 6 hour one on you.
Yeah, but you
'Cause
have
it-
information of 6 minutes. You barely have any information.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be insulted by that or.
Moving on.
Okay, so now we're gonna go to the mini super small sub segment of this very large
Can you
segment.
sit up straight? People are watching us.
Okay, which is okay. So basically, I'm going to do this with you. Okay? I'm going to play
do it
this
together.
mini segment with you. It's not a game, but it's like a quiz game.
Okay.
It's
What's with you today? Since morning you're like this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just scatterbrain today. Okay, so it's 20 this or that questions.
Ah.
Okay,
Nice.
so but it's a bit different. So we are gonna try and see if we have the same answers.
Do we say it together?
No, we say it together. So we don't try and get the same answers,
Okay,
but we're
okay.
gonna see how many we get the same.
Understood.
Okay, so for example, I will say
No, I understand the game.
no. But like the way we're gonna answer it, like okay, I'll
It's a
say
3, 2, 1.
no.
answer.
I will say. Let me say. You're interrupting me. Con.
I will say. Let me say.
Yeah, because you kept interrupting me.
I don't know.
Okay,
Let me
so
guess.
for example, I'll say
Yeah.
tulip or rose. Rose. Like you say it immediately, and I'll also say it immediately. Do you understand?
Yeah, okay.
Do you understand? Your brain
Yeah.
can't process.
I understand. Phoebe played this in Friends.
Are you ready? 20 this or that questions, and we're gonna try and get the same answer. We're gonna see if we get the same answer, rather. Ready? Okay. Pepsi or Coke? Coke.
Coke. I was gonna say Pepsi, but then I realized no, Coke.
Coke.
No,
Okay.
Coke Zero to be precise.
Coke Zero to be precise. Me too.
Yeah.
Chess or checkers?
Chess.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Earbuds or headphones?
Earbuds.
Salt or pepper?
Salt.
Orange juice or apple juice?
Apple
Orange
juice.
Ooh.
Also, what do you mean salt or pepper?
You have to choose one.
They're two completely different seasonings.
Whichever you like more.
What?
Like my dad does never uses salt. He only uses pepper.
I know, but खाने में तो नमक होता है ना?
Huh? But if you have to choose to put salt or pepper on your
No,
salad,
but I
you
will
can.
taste it and see if it needs salt or pepper, na?
This is
I'm
why
not
sir, I
going
can give a 6-hour presentation.
like I'm not like salt or pepper. Oh, इसमें नमक कम है, but I don't like नमक, so I'll put pepper. What? No, I can't choose salt or pepper.
Some people have food without salt completely.
No, that's their choice.
Yeah.
But it's not
So
like a
this is
salt.
not choice.
Continue.
Okay. Where was I? Yeah. Beauty or brains? Brains.
Beauty. I feel like because I have brains, I would rather have something I don't have. And you're also going for something you don't have.
Anyway. Summer or winter?
Summer. Oh, winter. I said what I thought you will say.
You can't change your.
No, but see, if summer is like this, although it's winter, right?
This is autumn.
Autumn.
No, this is
Spring.
No, this is winter.
Yeah.
Spring is in September 1st.
Yeah, I will say spring. No.
Spring is September 1st. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Autumn is March to June.
Yeah, I will say spring.
March to May.
अरे तू आगे बढ़.
Summer or winter? Summer.
Spring. Winter.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Fiction or non-fiction?
Non-fiction.
Ah. Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Early
What's the
bird-
difference?
Staycations in your in your own country.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Yeah. Some people, staycation.
That makes no sense.
Some people don't like
I mean,
that.
you're doing that from the last 2 months.
Yeah, literally. Early bird or night owl?
Night owl who wakes up early.
Please.
No, I want to be that.
Wow.
I didn't say I am that. I want. I
Night owl who
aspire.
wakes up early. I was like,
I aspire to be that person who, regardless when they sleep, 8 o'clock they're up.
okay,
I aspire.
cool.
Aspires. Aspire.
City or countryside?
City.
Wait for me. Not to...
But you said one thing. I don't even need to hear. City. 1016.
Okay. Roommates or live alone?
Live alone.
Roommates.
What other question?
Cider or beer?
What?
Cider or beer?
Protein
Beer.
shake. Can I repeat?
I didn't read
Coke
these
Zero.
questions.
Coke Zero.
Red wine or white wine? White wine.
Coke Zero.
Board games or video games?
Video
games.
games.
Video
But unless it's with you, then
Actually-
board games.
I think I'm both.
See, the problem is that with you, any of these answers sound nice. Without you, all of them sound pretty horrible.
I forgot to have my earphone.
Apart from the video games. Romance, interruption, because of earphones. Continue.
Books or movies?
Movies.
What's funny? Like obvious.
The only book I read is this.
Full-time or freelance work?
Freelance work.
Dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Dark
Milk
chocolate.
And that was the sub-mini super small segment of the big, larger, much
Super
bigger
proud of you.
segment. Thank you.
You did so well. You
So
read
great.
like very clearly.
Yeah.
Which was shocking.
Okay.
So that was all about us. Let's get into our game time with the headphones challenge. So for our game time,
Yes.
we have a run up, run back,
Run
throwback,
throwback.
bring back from the future, bring back from the past into the future. Yeah. Back to the future reference, Back to the Future 2 reference, Back to the Future 3 reference. Where we are going to do the headphones challenge. Did you get a new cover for these?
It wasn't that last time?
No.
Yeah.
Looks very nice.
Nice.
So we're going to wear these headphones, and obviously there's going to be music blasting, and Anushka's going to say a statement which I want people to hear,
Yeah.
and I have to guess. She's saying vice versa. We're going to have some laughs. Let's
Yeah.
get straight into it.
Mhm.
Can you please play the song?
Yep.
Can you lower the volume? Because I can really not hear you.
Yeah. That's
In the
point.
previous episode, I could hear you little bits. I was cheating. Okay.
Ready? I'm gonna say it at one go. Heartbreak is one thing.
I'm never getting this.
My ego's another.
Mayur Sanchita.
Heartbreak is one thing, my ego is another. I'm saying it in such an Indian way. If Sabrina Carpenter's watching this, I'm so sorry.
What? Okay, one more time.
One more time. We only get 3 tries.
Stop talking extra.
Heartbreak is one
I'm-
thing. Heartbreak is one
Airplane.
thing.
CarPlay. AirDrop. Apple.
Heartbreak.
Apple.
Heartbreak.
Admin. Admin. What? First word?
Heartbreak
Heartbreak.
is one thing.
Heartbreak is one thing, my ego is another.
Surely yes.
Aha.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how it's done, guys. You hear one word and you guess everything that's gonna come afterwards. Because that's how we do. That's how we do in Bhavishya. Song is blasting. Shout out to Hanuman Kind for Big Dogs. We're listening to that right now. It's so loud in the ear, so it's good. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this. I'm just really good at reading lips, man.
This is scary, यार. तेरे को पता है उसके बाद मैंने फिर क्या
You
किया?
can't say so fast.
तेरे को पता है उसके बाद क्या हुआ था?
You can't say it so fast.
तेरे को पता है उसके बाद क्या हुआ था?
You can't say it so fast.
तेरे को पता है उसके बाद क्या हुआ था?
What?
Can I say it in Hindi?
No.
Oh,
What?
maybe that's the problem because I was saying it in Hindi. Okay. Do you know what happened after that?
Do you know what happened after that?
Bro, I don't want to play anymore. I'm not playing.
I'm not playing. So that's actually how it's done. And you didn't even have to say it 3 times. As a person, when I'm looking at someone while talking to them, I don't look at their nose or their eyes, I always look at their lips. Which I know is a really weird thing, but that helped me pick up lip reading really fast. So I'm just good at this game and he's gonna lose.
चलो ठीक है. Please something.
The Italian lunch.
Today's lunch.
The Italian lunch.
Did you say lunch? Okay. Repeat.
The Italian lunch.
What?
The Italian lunch
Something lunch.
we had today
The lunch we had lunch. The lunch we had today
in Fitzroy
was so good.
was so good.
Was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, but you didn't get it. The Italian lunch.
In that lunch,
No, the Italian lunch. The Italian lunch.
that lunch.
The Italian lunch. The Italian lunch.
In that lunch,
The.
this
The.
think,
The.
this, the
Italian lunch.
that lunch.
Italian. Italian.
Italian. The Italian lunch. The Italian lunch we had today.
In Fitzroy.
Wait. Yeah, the Italian lunch we had today
In Fitzroy. In Fitzroy.
in Fitzroy
Was really good.
was really good. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
This deck is a no smoking deck.
This something.
Yes.
Say.
This deck is a no smoking deck.
Huh?
This deck is a no smoking deck. This deck is a no smoking deck.
This something is. Lose more.
No. This deck is a no smoking deck. This deck is a no smoking deck.
This something is more than that.
This deck,
Set.
this deck,
This. Huh?
this deck,
Can you say it normally?
okay. This deck is a no smoking deck. This deck is a no smoking deck.
This something is more than that.
This deck is a no smoking deck.
This jacket.
This deck is a no smoking deck. This deck is a no smoking deck. This deck is a no smoking deck. This deck,
Ted.
deck,
Huh?
deck,
Right.
deck,
Left. Land.
deck,
Land.
deck,
Balcony.
deck,
Balcony.
deck,
Light.
deck,
Veranda.
deck.
Deck.
This deck
This deck
is a no smoking. Is a
is a
no smoking. No smoking. No smoking.
no smoking.
No smoking.
No smoking.
Deck.
This deck is a no smoking
Deck.
tent.
Deck.
Tent.
This deck is a no smoking deck.
That was.
Say it. Say it.
This deck is a no smoking deck.
It's written.
That was.
Start now.
Ready? Okay. I'm really going to miss you.
What?
I'm really going to miss you
You're going to miss me
when you go back to Dubai.
when I go back to
Actually,
Dubai.
that was yesterday.
Hi guys, as I'm editing this episode, I am back in Dubai away from Anushka. There she is. And I'm editing it. And yeah, we do miss each other a lot.
Chal,
I'm
easy.
also gonna make it hard. No, that's not it. What cheater? That's not fair.
What? I'm not going to miss you when I go back to
You're
Dubai.
not gonna miss me when you go back to Dubai. So I won.
How? I got all three.
Yeah, so did I.
No, you
So we both
struggled
won.
on the smoking
You
deck while
struggled with previous intellectuals.
No, I didn't get it from this.
Yes.
I got it from the Italian.
No.
No, this I thought you were just losing patience with me. So that ends headphones challenge, guys. That was game time. Comment down below what you thought, but you could hear it.
I feel like we're both drunk
Yeah,
today.
little bit, yeah. Huh? What did you say?
I said I feel like we're both drunk today.
Ah, okay, a little bit. So that ends the headphones challenge, everyone. Hope you
Yes.
enjoyed that.
Yep.
Comment down below any other challenges that you would like us to do in the future. Do
Yep.
try this out with your friends, with your family, and also comment down below of how that went. And make sure that you comment down below. Our third segment, which is Let's Talk,
About
it.
So for today's Let's Talk About It segment, we are going to be talking about the invisible string theory. Now, this is a theory that's been there for a long time, but it got popular again kind of on TikTok because of Taylor Swift's song, The Invisible String. Not The Invisible String, her song's just called Invisible String. And I'm going to read to you what exactly the theory is,
Cool.
and then we'll discuss it because it has a lot to do with us. So,
Let's
which is
do it.
why I chose this topic. Okay. So by a famous aura reader and psychic medium, Megan Firester, the definition is: the invisible string theory is the idea that the universe itself is stitched together with unseen threads, all of which lead us to our destinies.
Okay.
Now, I think the name is really sweet, the way it's explained.
Yeah.
And I think this is a very relevant topic in today's day and age because there are a lot of people, and a lot of people, especially in our generation, who are more open-minded towards the mystic universe.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, especially with like your mom being an astrologer and my mom being into it since I don't even know how long. It's also a very big part of our Hindu culture.
True.
So I just thought it was really interesting to talk about. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about
Not again. Please not again. Please not again.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the invisible string?
Well, I did not know that that's what it's called.
Yeah.
The reason it's not like a, oh wow kind of thing to me, because that's basically what I was like, that's how I think of my life anyway.
Yeah.
You get, like, I anyway think that whatever's meant to happen will happen, and it's there, and whatever's
Yeah.
happening is just part of the process, good or bad. So that the fact that it's a name, there's a name for it,
Yeah.
invisible thing, that's cool.
Yeah.
But the concept of it does not like surprise me or shock me in any
Yeah.
way. That's just, I don't know, for me that sounds normal. And for
Yeah.
some, like if someone, obviously there'll be people who hear about it the first time, they'll be like, ooh, really? I'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, really. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, so there's also this really popular artwork or tattoo that a lot of people get done, which I'll put a picture of here. It's basically those two hands, which are,
Nokia.
you know, yeah, kind of like Nokia actually, but Nokia doesn't actually have this string because it's invisible. So Nokia connecting. What's the tagline?
Connecting people.
Connecting people. Yeah,
Yeah, with invisible strings.
with invisible strings.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory. Yeah. But I think the invisible string theory is very significant to me because, like, growing up, when things didn't go my way, or there were some things that I didn't understand, and I would always go to my parents and ask them for advice. My mom would always tell me that whatever's meant to happen will happen, or this was just not in your destiny. And I feel like, of course, maybe when I was a kid, and maybe my parents didn't know the answers to certain questions that I asked, or they didn't have the experience, but they always said this, which is something that has stuck with me since I was a child. So whenever something doesn't go my way, I guess the positive way I look at it is that it wasn't meant for me, or there's an invisible string attached and it's going to lead me somewhere else, and it's not attached to this thing that I want or didn't happen or whatever. The most significant, one of two most significant things that happened to me, which involved the invisible string theory, is this man sitting right over here. Like, we've discussed this 100 million times before because this is our channel and we can talk about whatever we want. But the way we met was so just not like, yes, it was in our destiny, and we were literally connected by an invisible string because we met in the most insane circumstances in the world. Like COVID. We literally were a COVID couple. So we met when the world was not going the way it was supposed to. When something huge happened. Like, I was meant to be in Australia, he was meant to be in the UK. We were just never meant to meet. So that's definitely one string that's there. And the other string is My cats, of course, my cats are always meant to come for me. That was written. But I was going to say my friends, my roommates over here, they were also kind of a string that I've like, one of them I've been invisibly stringed to since invisibly strung. I'm just gonna stop saying the name of the theory. I've been connected to one of them since I was a child, and the other one feels like I've been connected to since I was a child. So that's definitely another very weird way that I met these two people. But yeah, what are some invisible string theories in your life which you think are a really, really big deal?
That's interesting. I feel like for me, cats, I would say, purely because I never wanted cats.
Yeah.
And just the way all three cats came into my life, I never, like, it's not that first, I never wanted cats. Okay?
Yeah.
Then, I was never wanting the first cat.
Yeah.
Correct? But the first cat just came to me.
Yeah.
Then I was never wanting a second cat. The second cat just found me. Then I was never wanting a third cat. The third cat also just found me. So, in all three of those situations, at first, obviously, I didn't want cats. But even after getting the first cat, I was not actively looking for a second cat or wanting it either.
Yeah.
But I was just connected to that cat by that string, and the string just kept getting shorter till the point that we met. And same was with the third cat.
Yeah.
So I would say that for sure. All three of them, I would say, would be invisible strings. Then I would look at it more as, for myself, just versions of my own self that I've gone through.
Yeah.
They like, there have been moments when I was like 15, 16, 17, and like I've thought, oh, what if, or I've been told, don't become like this, or you should become like this, or I've seen someone and I've thought, oh, I want to be like this, or I don't want to be like this, and so many times I've thought, yeah, that I can be or achieve easily, or this, no, I will never be this. Like that's like I look down upon it, that I will never be like that.
Yeah.
But in moments I've seen myself become that, or not become the thing I wanted to. Then that hits into me slightly that it's not always in my control as to where my string is leading. And in that same way in a positive aspect as well, that oh, I'll never be able to become this or achieve this or be like this, but I have been able to. So in that way also I was like, oh, I didn't think about that, but okay, that's pretty cool. So that would be on two. I don't have many in terms of people apart from you that I can say that I feel like this whole thing, it didn't make sense and how it happened to be. I don't think I really have anyone else in my life who I could say that. Maybe with Hash, it's like that purely because I was going for band practice with another band in a room that's booked by us from 4 o'clock. We reach at 5 o'clock, we reach an hour late, and we open the room and Hash is inside, playing with another band member who I know from like 4 or 5 years. And then we just jammed together for a half an hour, and then I asked for Hash's number, and the guy said, I'll give it to you, and he didn't give it to me for a year. Yeah, and then Hash somehow found me on Facebook a year later, and even he said, all for 1 year, I was just asking this guy for your number. He didn't give it to me. I would search Instagram, Facebook, I just didn't remember your name. And one day it came in my suggested. So I would say maybe that. But I think I take it more as experiences rather than like strung for life. I take these things more as I was supposed to reach this string at a particular time, and how long the string is, it's not in my control. But like that, there've been moments where I felt like the connection when like him and I feel like there was a knot in our string. When we met the first time, it was the knot. Like it was like two strings overlapping, so we kind of just met for a second.
Yeah.
But our strings were not meeting till a lot later. So that was like just a glimpse into the future.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that's another layer into the string theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Knots.
that's why I saw it as that. Yeah. But yeah, it's very. I wish the world lived by this, in terms of, everything is sort of connected, because it can't be coincidence. Because I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe I just got lucky with some things or unlucky with something. I refuse to believe it. It has to be predestined.
Yeah.
You know, like I have to believe that. Otherwise, the whole point of everything falls apart.
Correct.
Good and bad. You know. So yeah, yeah. For me, it's a very substantial thing that I base my mind on.
Yeah, it's actually interesting to think that so many people live their life based on this theory that whatever's meant to happen will happen, and whatever strings you're meant to connect to, you will. And then there are so many people who live their life thinking that whatever they do or plan will go exactly that way. And then that's why when like they're hit with something that they weren't expecting, it's difficult for them to deal with because they planned everything in their life. But it's really good that, like I said, a lot of people nowadays are more open to this and are more receptive. And we have, like, there are a lot more people who believe in this, which is really nice because, like I said, like for us, it's also a part of our culture in a way where we've just grown up with these, you know, different forces and we've just kind of understand and tapped into a different level. But for some people, they kind of learn about it or they come into it much later in their life and then they kind of get into it. But yeah, I just wanted to read something else. Invisible strings seem to be especially powerful in our relationships to other people. Have you ever had a friend or partner who wasn't in your life for a time but then came back into it at seemingly just the right time? Or maybe you know of someone who crossed paths with their would-be partner in multiple different settings before eventually marrying them. Van Horn, some person, says, somebody, I don't know who this is in the article. Van Horn says these are all two common scenarios where an invisible string might seem to be at play. Invisible connections, energetic ties, and unseen spiritual bonds can link us together. It's a concept that believes that despite physical distance, there are subtle links between souls that are interconnected, as if they've been orbiting close to one another in a different dimension before eventually meeting in divine thinking.
Yeah. That kind of highlights how, like what I was saying about us and like what you said about us and what I said about Hash, where you meet at the wrong time with the string and then it comes back.
Yeah.
And it's similar with us also.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
That's very well articulated, the whole theory, and I like how they have said that their souls were orbiting closer in a different dimension.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm going to link the article in the description below so that you can have a read on it.
I'm going to remind Anusha to link the article in the description below while editing this.
Yes. So you can have a bit more of a read on it. And we're curious to know what are some invisible strings in your life. Please do let us know in the comments down below, whether it's a person, it's a place. A lot of people have invisible strings to places as well. For me as well, Australia was just, it literally just came out of nowhere for me. So that was an invisible string to a place for me. Place, people, pets, food, even food, maybe food, music, artists. There is just so many. The world is just full of invisible strings. So let us know your invisible string that you've discovered. And that wraps up our Let's Talk About It.
And we will end this episode with one thing we are grateful for.
Yes.
You want to go first? I'll go first.
You go first.
I am grateful for you.
Aww.
What were you grateful for?
Really?
Yeah.
That's cute. I'm also grateful for you.
But
I am grateful for my mum and her vast understanding of the universe and her interest in the universe and her educating me on this since I was a child, because she has always been very free as a person. She's been very non-judgmental as a person, and she has always encouraged my sister and I both to kind of be in this flow and, you know, just say like whatever's meant for you will come. And she believes in all of this, which has allowed us to believe in it. And my dad for also the other side of it, which is grounding us if we're going too high. So some things that I would just say as to use as an excuse that, oh no, it's just meant to happen, when I actually wasn't doing anything for it to happen or not happen. My dad would pull me down and say, okay, yes, cool, but this is the real world and this is what you have to do, in his own way, of course. So I'm grateful to both of my parents for being quite balanced. Yeah, they're quite opposite extremes. So I'm very grateful to have both, because it's given me a nice rounded upbringing, which I really appreciate. So I'm very grateful for my parents.
Very cute, very wholesome, and that wraps up another episode here at the Made of Me show. Thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, good stuff. For the good stuff, you check out all our other socials in all the other places from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's Anushka Michandani with 2 eyes, Abhishek _Gaur_, and of course at Made of Me show. Let us know your thoughts on all our segments.
Yeah.
And what more you'd like to see from us in the future, whether
Yes.
that's in terms of us talking about our experiences, or in terms of challenges, or in terms of adventures, or vlogs, or travels, or
react to,
whatever.
maybe.
Whatever you guys want to see more of in our lives and our personalities, please do comment down below. And
Don't forget, we're here for you today
tomorrow.
and every day after that.